Hi, it's Mrs. Moran, and today we are going to relate AM and PM to the clock and the time of day. So what exactly do they mean? So I'm looking over here at this clock, and I can see that it's pointing to the 7 with no minutes on it, so it's 7 o'clock, but I'm not sure whether it's AM or PM. And I'm looking here and I'm seeing AM is looking like the day hours because it's light, and PM looks like it might be the evening hours. But how do I know this, whether this is 7 AM or 7 PM? So what time is it on the clock? It's 7 o'clock. But is it 7 AM or 7 PM? How do we tell time from the clock? The clock doesn't tell us. So we have to use our reasoning skills or our detective skills and the clues provided. So here's the clues I'm going to give to you. The sun is shining. You're getting ready for school. You will eat breakfast in a little while. So do you think it's 7 a.m. or 7 p.m.? And it is 7 a.m. This clock looks the same again. Is it 7 a.m. or 7 p.m.? How do we tell the time from the clock? The clock does not tell us. So here are the clues this time. I had dinner a while ago. I am doing my homework now. And my mom just told me I will have to go to bed soon. We know that it's 7 p.m. So AM, PM, AM, PM, how do we remember it? Well, we all know the alphabet, and sometimes it's easy to remember if you remember that A comes first in the alphabet. So it's the early hours, and it's the first part of the day. So let's look at this. Here's our midnight, which is really the start of our 24-hour cycle, right? So 12 a.m. is first thing, a.m., midnight. Then 3 a.m., 6 a.m. when we might be getting up for school, 9 a.m. when we might be having our class. Noon is in the middle, and when the p.m. starts, we might be having lunch then, we might be having another class. Then 3 p.m. we might be getting out from school. 6 p.m. we might be having a play date, dinner, or doing our homework. 9 o'clock, hopefully, we're going to be sleeping, 9 p.m., and then it starts all over again with midnight. Okay, and so if you remember A comes before P in the alphabet, you might be doing okay to remember this. So now let's look at a picture. Let's look at a clock. We'll tell the time on the clock, and then let's see if we can figure out if it's AM or PM. So first, let's write the time. All right, so I'm looking at a clock, and the small hand is in between the 6 and the 7. All right, between the 6 and the 7. So I know that's going to be 6 something, right? And then it's halfway around the clock, the big hand. So I know that's going to be 6:30. And now the question is that AM or PM? So I see the sun shining. I see the little girl's getting out of bed. Looks like she's in her pajamas. Looks like she might be getting ready for school. So we know this is going to be AM. It's going to be in the morning, daytime hours when you're getting ready for school. 6:30 a.m. Now let's look at this again. Here it is. We want to first tell the time on the clock, and then we'll look at the picture and figure out if it is AM or PM. So the small hand is in between the 11 and the 12. So I know that's going to be 11 something. 11 something. So let's count the minutes. The big hand is here on the 5. So it's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. So that's going to be 11:25. And the question is it going to be 11:25 p.m. or a.m.? And let's look at the picture. Now 11:25 p.m., I think you'd be sleeping, right? I'd probably be sleeping too. But here is, it looks like a little girl in a lunchroom with some other students. It's a cafeteria. So we know that has to be before noon because it's kids in a school having lunch, right? There we go. So this is 11:25 a.m. Let's look at this one. Let's tell the time first, and then we'll try to tell from the picture whether it's a.m. or p.m. So here we go. The small hand is in between the 8 and the 9. So I know that's 8. All right. And we know halfway around the clock is 30. 5. 8:35. And do you think it's in the morning or you think it's at night? You think it's a.m. or p.m.? Because she looks like she's sound asleep there with her little teddy bear, and it looks like the moon is out and it's dark sky. So we know that's going to be p.m. 8:30 p.m. We can tell from our clues. So let's read these words and let's decide whether they would happen in the a.m. or the p.m. So you're waking up for school. Well, that's going to be in the morning, right? So that's going to be a.m. You're eating dinner. That's going to be p.m. That's going to be in the evening. Reading a bedtime story. Definitely p.m. Making breakfast. We have breakfast in the morning, so we know that's a.m. Having a play date after school. Well, school ends at like 2 p.m., 3 p.m., so after that we could have our play date, so that's p.m. Going to bed, we're going to do that when the sun is down probably, right? So that's going to be p.m. Eating a piece of cake. Do we have to do that in the a.m. or the p.m.? I think we could do that both times. You might be on a Saturday having it at a party in the a.m. or in the p.m. Okay, and eating lunch. Eating lunch. We could eat lunch 11 a.m. I know at my school we do that sometimes. Or we could be eating at 1 p.m. So those, I think we could do either one also. So summary, what did we do today? We can look at a clock and read the clues and know the exact time. So let's read the clock. Small hand is pointing to the 8, so we know it's 8. 5 minutes past, so it's 8:05. And the question is it a.m. or p.m.? And I don't think she'd be walking into a class all, waving and like it was, all energetic if it was 8 o'clock at night. So this has to be in the morning. This must be her class in the morning. 8:05 a.m. Okay, thank you. Bye-bye. See you next time.